Good shit,
All
man.
right. You want to see if you can hear through the headphones? You might be able to only hear through one side, and it might sound kind of fucking crazy.
That's okay.
All right, but we're back with God, oh, shit. See, it's so long it's been. This is how long it's been. I don't even know how to fucking speak anymore. I fucking quarantine. I mean, grow my hair out and fucking not know how to talk anymore. But this is Catacomb Under the Surface episode with my boy Henry.
Yup.
How you doing, boy?
I'm chilling, man. You know, another day vibing. It's all love, man.
Hell yeah, man. So story how I met this guy. He makes music, he raps, and he skates, which is dope. A dope combo, always cool. But I was in Portland doing something very secret. I can't talk about it yet with my friend, good friend at Fuck Cloud. I have a podcast with him too. You guys should listen to it if you haven't. With my boy Quig. AKA formerly known Little Bauhaus, formerly known as Little Bauhaus. Rest in peace, Little Bauhaus. Fuck Clout. Shout out Fuck Clout. But yeah, I met him through him. I was out in Portland for like a weekend, and I met this guy, and I thought he was super sick, and I figured he'd be perfect for the podcast. And he was in LA, and we have a good conversation. So we decided to sit down and record the conversations that we like to have.
Yes, sir.
So usually with these things, man, I like to say I don't usually have questions or anything. We kind of just vibe like we were doing before, but we just are recording it now.
Cool.
Kind of. But I might, as we're going, come up with questions. Who knows?
Perfect.
So, yeah, man. We were talking earlier. I was interested. I wanted to bring it up. You said you were on the train. What do you know what train, what line it was?
Not sure. I just kind of left the house, sent it, and I was like, well, I'm gonna get on the bus, and if I get to the right train, I'll get to zero. So that's the main thing.
Yeah. So this guy gets here and tells me he was on the train, and we don't know what train. He's not from here, so he probably just hopped on whatever train it told him to get on. Not sure which one it was. And there was a lady on there that was talking about some crazy stuff. I don't want you to say again what she was talking, because I don't really exactly remember.
So basically, she just walks up to me and she's like, "Yeah, like." The government is trying to have us down. Like, 5G is bad. I don't have a phone. They listen to everything you say. And then I was like, okay, like, people say this a lot. But then she just tapped into a whole different thing. And she's like, yeah, like, I've been testing it. Like, I'll set something in my house here and, like, hear this. And, like, she, at one point, she had everyone's attention on the train. And she was just, like, going off. And she was so, like, she thought about everything so much that I feel like it stressed her out. And I straight told her, and she said something really deep. She said, knowledge is power, and they can't take away my knowledge or confidence to speak on that knowledge just because of the situation that's going on right now. And I'm like, that's cool.
Yeah, that is
cool. I respect that.
Well, yeah, that's what's funny, too. She was talking about, like, you know, the people taking away, like, your power of, like, free thinking or whatever. Because I've seen people worried lately of, like, censorship on the internet.
For sure.
Because we've gotten super tight with, like, obviously Trump doing those misinformation tweets and shit. And then now they're, like, flagging hella shit. Like, I feel like they're flagging more things. And I think a lot of people are worried about, you know, not being, like, a free internet like it used to be. Like, no, like, you say something that other people don't, like, not the masses agree with or whatever, and then they're like, shut you down, you know what I mean?
200%.
Yeah, so I definitely understand where that lady's come from. And even if I like that you notice shit like that too on the train, like to talk about things like that, because some people don't really listen to shit like that. But me, there's people I've talked about on the podcast before, but they're called like sun walkers. My bro Schizo has this crazy story. I don't know if I think we've talked about it on the podcast, but there's people that walk around and they're just like, they're so fried from whatever, like this, like just being out all the time, you know, and like, you know, being on the streets, and then like that souls are like there are people that are passed on. They're those type of people are easier to get into, like to like translate. To other people. Exactly. You know what I mean? So if like you just walk by like someone that's like a crackhead, you think just like spewing shit, but if you actually listen, sometimes they're saying some crazy things, and I'm like, was that like a message for me as I'm walking? Like sometimes I feel like that is like I be listening to like the rambling like crackheads. There was actually one last night. We were up. It was like 2 a.m. sleep. We fell asleep on the couch, and we wake up, and this dude's. I was like, who's yelling? And it was just like I heard like a shopping cart, and he's just like talking about like. He's saying something about not stop changing his radio and nothing, something like that. He's just yelling in the middle of the streets, walking. And I was like, man, I want to know what like time he's stuck in his head, or if he's trying to convey something. You know what I mean? Because sometimes it could be someone just like, you know, they're just like replaying a moment in their life, or it could be some other shit. You never know. You know what I'm saying?
Cheers to that.
But yeah, man. This guy is cool. I like this guy. When I met him in Portland, because he like was like, do you mind if I ask you like questions, man? I like asking questions. Like, oh, that's sick, man. That's cool. I like that. Nobody does that, so I think that's pretty cool.
For sure.
I think you're like, where's your favorite place you traveled? You asked me like crazy good questions, and I was like, I want to use these questions when I do podcasts. You're like, you should be running the podcast, bro. Because this man had the questions. It was critical. But actually, I want to flip it on you now, because I don't think I asked you in Portland. Where's your favorite place you've ever traveled?
That's a good question. I say Venice, Italy.
Oh, that's tight.
And specifically over any other spot because of the geography. There's beautiful women, and there's just a very like deep love for architecture there. Yeah. And they have like everything skate oriented, so I could skate everywhere.
Oh, that's tight. When did you go there? How long ago was that?
Shit, I want to say 2017. Like leaving high school, I went on this like global program with the school, and just like got to go to Italy and Paris and shit, and just see how that is. And Italy was fucking crazy, man. It just changed my whole perspective on how big the world is. Right.
I feel that. That's like when we went to London and Paris. I felt the same way. I was just like opened up. Well, I already like thought like that, but it just, you know, I was just like, man, there's so much to see too. Like, there's so much more I want to see. It made me just like 200%. Not want to go back home and just keep going. You know what I mean? Like, I'm very like that. I'm very adventurous. Like, if I'm out on a big, like, I'm like, I need to keep going to different places. That's like, I love that shit. But then eventually I do miss home. Like, I miss sleeping in bed, and I miss like, I love it. It's like my little, like, you know, my little spot. You know what I'm saying?
This is the vibes. Yeah. True.
But that's why I think it's important that you get a spot you like, make it yours.
Straight.
Because, you know, that's where you go at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying?
Straight up. The nest.
Yes, sir. That's cool, man. So how long are you there for in Italy?
So I was in school in Spain for a bit, and then in Italy for like 2 weeks. We went to Lyon. We went to the Vatican, and the Vatican might be the craziest spot.
Yeah.
Because going through there, we went to the museum, and there's like dudes holding like ARs.
Oh yeah, they're big ass. We seen that in Paris too. We were walking by like the Notre Dame. Is that what it was? But it was all. We were walking by something, but there was like fucking like 50 of them like with military cops or police. They were policing the street, but they were military men. You know what I mean? But they had like big like AKs, like, or whatever the fuck they were. I don't know what the fuck they were. I was just trying to stare at them that long. I was just trying to walk by, you know.
Yeah, you get a whole thing about it. You're like, these dudes would put me down in like 2 seconds.
Yeah, I'm not even trying to look over that direction. You know what happens in America? I look in that direction. I don't know what happens. Playing the same way out there. I don't know how these niggas move it.
Straight facts.
But I was a little sad. We went and was it that burnt down, the Notre Dame? It burnt down a couple, so it was like under construction when we went. There was like a bunch of boarding around it, so it was kind of sad. But it's cool to see like that. It was like rare. I'm like, who's gonna see it like this? You know, like 200%. Fucking like you can see some burnt parts on it still. And I was like, damn, I wish I saw it when it was more destructive though. That'd been tighter. I felt like like I wish I was there when it was burning.
Saw the arsonist do it and everything.
How did it happen though? Did someone set it on fire, or do you know how it happened?
So I was there. When did it burn?
I think it was like 2 years ago.
So I was there right before it happened. When it was set up, it was really beautiful. It looked cool. It was just touristy and sunny. And then when it burned, I think what happened was someone, like an arsonist or just some random person, was playing with fire.
Yeah.
In the wrong spot. And I think the whole thing was, it was just an accident, but the history behind that place. goes deep.
Yeah, it's like I remember all the famous people started donating like millions of dollars to like help rebuild it.
Good
I remember
shit.
people but I remember people complaining like, "What's with that when like with the energy like helping other things? Like you ain't there for that. What you there for the church? That I don't give no fucks about you."
200%.
That's a whole different subject though. I'm kind of get off subject. Talking all that shit. I mean, it's not like we're on subject, right? We're just chilling.
Yeah, straight.
But yeah, man. So you're in. Okay, your favorite thing you ate in Italy? What was that? Because I love my favorite food, nigga, is Italian food. That's my favorite food. I want to start. I just love it. I've always loved pasta, nigga. I don't know why. I love pasta. Like I just love that shit. Like if I go to an Italian restaurant, especially we don't get to go for a long time. I'll get like I want to get everything. You know what I'm saying? I just love that shit. I don't know what it is. The flavors. It's like simple. I don't know. I love it.
Yeah, just like I don't know. The pasta is good. And they made like pasta for real, so they're not playing around at all. The little things there though really opened up my taste palette.
Okay.
So like croissants to the coffees,
right?
To literally anything.
The croissants in Paris were next level. I never had a delicious croissant until I went to Paris. Like just the regular butter croissant. We went to this one spot that like had good reviews. I had saved it on because my friend, luckily before I went to New York one time, I think it was, one of my old coworkers was like showing me that you could save things on Google Maps, like want to go. I didn't know you could do that. I was like, oh, this changes everything. So I just had like a bunch of shit saved. We try to go to as many of those places that we could that I had saved on the map. Because I don't plan when I go on vacation. Like I don't have like necessarily like plans for like day. You know what I mean? I'm just like I just go with figure it out. You know what I'm saying? So we just kind of see what we can hit while we're doing whatever,
Cool.
But we went to this I don't know what it was called, but the line was like outside. It was not like it was big, but the line was out the door, and it was pretty early. We went, and they had the croissant. We had did we get the pistachio?
Yes,
it was like a pistachio croissant, like roll, like croissant thing. It was fucking. And then we got we got like 3 of them. We got three croissants, 3 different croissants, pastries, and it was delicious. It was just amazing, and I was like, I can't this experience is just great. You know what I mean? And the freshness of it was just great, man. And I was like, man, yeah, there needs to be more shit like this here in America. But I think I've heard that there's in America you use different flours and shit. Like we don't we are a lot it's just not as good because the quality is different. Like they're like their eggs aren't in the fridge there. Like their eggs were in the dry aisle, like with the soup, canned soup and stuff. They don't refrigerate their eggs.
That's interesting.
Because they're not pasteurized. I don't know what the fuck. They're unpasteurized. So here we pasteurize them, and they're unpasteurized. Like they're just. Because when chickens have these eggs, they don't fucking need to refrigerate. They just leave them, in the nest or whatever.
Okay.
I don't really understand the process, but they don't refrigerate them because they're more natural there. We put more shit in our stuff here for whatever reason, preserve it. I think that's what it is. It's all capital shit here, right? Like everything is for money, right?
For sure.
We wanted to get it for the lowest, sell it for the highest.
Facts.
That's what it is. And then I think they put a lot of preservatives and shit so it lasts longer and for shit. I don't know. That's what I'm thinking.
Facts. I think that also McDonald's is busting out there, bro.
Oh yeah,
they have all real meats,
bro. I'm kind of sad we didn't go to McDonald's in Paris. We wouldn't buy some. I don't know why we didn't. I should have just tried it. I've had McDonald's in years, and when I was there, I still wasn't thinking about it. I was like, I'm not thinking about it. But we were right next to a KFC too, and I was like, this KFC looks jumping. Like nigga, there was hella people there all the time, nigga. Everybody had KFC. We were right by it, but it felt like there was always people in there, and I was like, bro, this is probably fire.
Yeah, no, KFC has all real meat. McDonald's has all real meat. Like, they ain't playing.
I don't think we really know what they put in the shit out in here, do we? I think it's like some goo. I heard that the chicken nuggets are like some pink goo, or they used to be. I don't know. I heard it was like some crazy shit, some slime or something.
Bro, that's funny you say that, because one time my friend Bailey went to Taco Bell.
Yeah.
And he's like, can I get the 7-layer burrito? And they're like, sorry, sir, the meat hose is clogged right now, so we can't. And he's like, yo, you guys are fucking with
me.
The
meat hose. The meat hose is backed up, nigga. We can't do it. The meat hose is backed up.
He's like, yo, I'm gonna just hit McDonald's. Like, thank you guys.
What the fuck is a meat hose?
He didn't even want to venture into that.
I'm weak. I'm weak. That's hella funny.
He was not down.
That's hella funny. That kind of reminds me. It's not really the same thing at all. But I remember my friend when we were little. He went to Chuck E. Cheese, and they didn't have no pizza. And then we're like, "What the fuck? How's Chuck E. Cheese not gonna have no pizza?" You know what I'm saying? Like that's the only thing you have. How you not gonna have that?
For real, bro.
You got one job, nigga.
Chuck E. Cheese is sketch too. You don't want to go in there like on some normal shit.
Right. Chuck E. Cheese was lit. It was like the child's casino, bro. Kids were probably catching fades on the floor. We didn't know.
And you got like the kids just like peeing or taking like a shit in any slide.
Right. In like the ball pit too is probably unsanitary.
You can't trust Chuck E. Cheese's.
No, don't definitely not. No, I don't know. Yeah. Have you ever heard of Peter Piper Pizza? Is that what it was called? It was
no.
Huh?
I've been to it in Phoenix.
It's like the knock. It's like it was low key more like the hood version of Chuck E. Cheese. Low key. But they had the roller coaster inside, and it was way more lit. Like they had the roller coaster in there, but it was called Peter Piper Pizza, and it was lit, and it was like a different mass. It was like a dinosaur or something. And it was like a different vibe, but it was like the same thing. You know what I mean? I wonder if they're probably out of business. I'm sure.
For sure.
But
like Barney dinosaur type shit.
Yeah. Well, no, not really. I think that's what I can't really remember, bro. I'm about to look it up right now just so I can like just get. Sorry, guys. I do. Well, we gotta look it up.
Put me on.
Peter Piper. Oh, there's still a thing.
Actually, okay. I take it back. Pesto is my favorite. One of my favorite meals ever, but pesto and
Peter Piper Pizza. Here, I'm gonna put it on here too, just so we know what the fuck's going on. You know the vibes.
Bro, what's on your nails or what's on your
my
hands?
Fingers? We'll get to that after this.
Okay,
I don't want to get off track.
Facts.
I'm gonna show the picture. And we'll get back to my fingers.
Yo, grab a slice.
Yeah, this is it. Okay, pizza. If y'all didn't know, that was the spot. You know what I'm saying? They had a roller coaster on that bitch. Chuck E. Cheese never had no damn roller coaster, nigga. Stop it. Not like it was a roller coaster for real. It just went like a circle and like up. You know, like one of the little cart ones, like more like a train, but with like, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, exactly.
But hey, Chuck E. Cheese never had that shit. That's all I'm saying. But okay, look, it says Catacomb, bro. That's the name of the events we throw.
Respect.
Yeah. And so I was listening to a podcast I did with some homies in Seattle, and we were talking about this tattoo because they were fairly recent when I got them on that podcast. But I was talking about so I can remember to always keep like why I'm doing this shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's like
definitely.
a reminder, and it just is sick.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So I like it. It hurt though. Most painful tattoo I've ever got.
Gee, well, I hope it was worth it.
It was. And then I'm gonna get more. And I'm gonna say, for all kiddos listening out there, get your tattoos while you're young. Older you get, the more they start hurting. I promise. First tattoo I ever got, I was 17, and it was right on my chest, and I was like, "Fuck it, I'm going in." Like, and my parents were like, "You're crazy," and then like everybody's like, I it didn't hurt that bad. And then now when I get other ones, I'm like, "Oh, these hurt way worse than like I would never do my chest again. Like I don't want to do that ever again. Now, you know what I mean? But like, yeah, but like, I guess just the older I get, the more they start hurting. I guess it depends.
Sure.
I don't know. Maybe I'm just being a bitch though.
Who knows? I feel like maybe your pain tolerance is high, but it's the sensitivity of your skin because your cells don't produce as fast.
Or we've been exposed to elements more. My skin's more broken down.
Bro, did you hear about? Did you hear about that? Dudes' dicks are shrinking due to plastics.
What does that mean?
Just plastics and chemicals. Like our dicks are shrinking, bro.
Because of the, things that we're intaking into our body.
Yeah,
like
bro.
That from things that we're drinking from and things. Or is that what you're saying?
Yeah, like these, bro. Like
wow.
It's fucked up.
My dick's fucked
up.
Every sip.
Don't use plastic. Don't use plastic.
From plastic. This is glass though. Shout out Modelo. We use glass
real.
And but your dick shrinks from drinking out of plastic. Is that what you're saying, bro? Or are they putting plastic in the food?
So they're probably putting plastic in your food.
Yeah.
They're probably putting plastic in everything. But at the end of the day, I think it's just like what it's what's accessible to right now, what we've been able to do. And it came up on YouTube as a recommendation. It had 8 million views. So I'm like, damn, I'm missing out on something. So I clicked on it, and they just like dropped all this knowledge. But at the same time, I mean, you gotta live, so it's cool.
Hold on, sorry, my computer did something and it's sketching me out. So I don't want to. I think it's still recording. I mean, the light's still on. I can hear us. You know.
For sure.
I just don't know why it's not. It does look cool. Maybe we'll keep it like this. I just don't. I would hate to talk for so long and then us fucking lose it all.
For sure. Facts.
I'm thinking. Oh, God. Sorry, guys. But yeah, that's so interesting. I was gonna say, we got my girlfriend Sierra, also other half of Catacomb. Shout out her. She's sitting right over here. Her dad gave us his login for Discovery Plus, and it's just and I was like, this is kind of whack. But it's tight because there's low-key hitter TV shows on there, nigga. We've been watching. I've been watching. There's like different like I'm into crime like shows. Like I don't know what it is.
Cool.
But I like watching like ID channel shit like about like investigating murders and shit like that. And we've been watching like there's one called Evil Lives Here, and it's about like people telling stories about like they were dating someone or like their dad or something was like a fucking weirdo the whole time. Like it turns out like I think there was one about John Wayne Gacy, like his wife, like she like has an interview on there. It's like different shit like that. And that shit is super interesting. I've watched shit like that. I've been watching these unsolved UFO like file shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I love that shit. Like that's my shit. But I was getting too high because she'll be sleeping and I'll get off work late. And, you know what I mean? So I just want to like unwind, smoke a little bit, watch on the couch. She'll be sleeping and I'll be getting like, too high. And I'm like a little paranoid, nigga. Like fucking these like because I seen it. Also, I seen a UFO. That's why, and that's the problem. And I'm like, nigga, they know because I seen them before and they know I seen them.
Yo, aliens, bro, aliens. The fact that we're about to be on Mars as people, like in real life, should just tell people that like this universe is huge. There's so many infinite things, and then the fact that like we're the apex predators on this planet, so and there's other things with small bacteria, and theoretically it's an infinite space. So there's gotta be other life forms. Like, there has to be. Like, that's what I be jumping back and forth and just like to keep my mind open to the idea that there is and the idea that there's not.
Right.
But if there is, then that's lit.
Yeah. No, I was I've talked like I don't like talking about it every time because I always not always bring it up on my podcast, but. And I've talked about it a few times, like the UFO I seen. But I'm gonna give it just the short. Sure. I'll tell you the long story maybe later after this.
For sure.
I've talked about it before, but or I mean sometimes there's new people anyway. So fuck you. You're gonna listen to it again. But no, pretty much I was just driving, bro. It was in Vegas, and like we just seen like the shit floating. Like it was just like silent, and it was really close to us. And the light, like bro, it was no plane or nothing. It stopped midair and hovered there. That shit was crazy. But yeah, I seen it with my best friend Robert. Shout out Robert, aka Cloudy Ad. We used to make music together.
How quickly did it switch directions?
It stopped midair when we noticed it, bro. It stopped when we like got out of our. I followed it. We were in a neighborhood, and I got out of my truck. And as soon as we got out of my truck, it stopped. It was just sitting there.
And then did you feel like it noticed you?
Yeah, I feel like it did because it was going towards like outside of the city, and then it stopped, and then it started going back towards Vegas, like the Strip, and it kind of vanished in the lights, like it like camouflaged itself with like the city lights. It was like the craziest shit I've ever seen in my life.
So, do you think that it's been here often, or do you think that was the first time you know?
Oh, I think that they've always been there. You know what I'm saying? I think that they always pull up.
That's cool.
Bro, I want to know why the laptop's like on the home screen though and not.
Man, this laptop tripping.
Yeah, right. For real. I just got this shit too. Fuck you. Hey, fuck you, Mac. Hey, fuck you. No. Fuck you, Apple. Taxing.
For real.
For nothing, bro. And you know what's the problem with fucking Apple? They keep making the problem and selling you the solutions. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're making these laptops with no fucking USBs, no CD drives, and like this mine's like a newer one, like pretty new, and there's no USB. All the plugs, the firepower shit. You know what I mean? So I had to buy the adapter that you see on it right there on the left, so I can plug in my shit. I mean, I could get a firepower like USB too, but like it's just like it's more practical to have like. And there's no HDMI fucking thing on it either. Like, what if I want to mirror it onto the TV? Like, what the fuck am I supposed to do? I mean, I guess all the TVs they do have the mirroring things now. Because if you have a smart TV, I guess it will be obsolete to have an HDMI soon. Yeah, you just definitely mirror it to your TV. I'm sure.
Definitely.
So I get it, but like. There's some things I'm like, bro, and then they like sell the adapters and like the headphones, and they like remember like they sold it so like the adapter so you can like, fucking what is it? I have it. It's so you could like the new iPhones they don't have the
jack.
They don't have the jack, yeah, like the headphone jack. You know what I mean? So like if you have those headphones, you have to get the adapter.
That's so annoying that you have to plug it into the other one just to put you in a position, like you said, where you have to. They sell you the solution.
They sell you. They make the problem, and they sell you the solution.
Yeah,
right? They're
exactly.
making new things with these like problems with it, and they're like, oh, but it's just all money. I'm sure there's
like
a reason behind
though.
it. Yeah, it makes. I mean, they're like, what else are you gonna do,
Yeah.
bitch? We run shit, nigga. That's what's crazy though with like all these corporations and like in America is like all these people start like. Companies get too big and then they just like take out the other like there used to be all these cell phone services like Sprint and T-Mobile, Verizon, Nextel. There's all these all these different ones, and then one gets bigger and just eats up the other one. And it's either you have to join forces with them or they'll just knock you out and take all your. You know what I mean? Like that's just how it works. Like I just found out I got a new iPhone and I had Sprint. And then my iPhone came and it said T-Mobile. I was like, why the fuck is this T-Mobile? And they joined together. And that's a part I've heard it somewhere. It's like these companies get so fucking, these corporations get huge, and they're either going to eat up the competition or they're going to join the competition and make like one big, huge thing. So one day, soon enough, everything's just going to be under one like owner of everything that runs everything. You understand what I'm saying?
True.
Like it's not multiple people. It's going to be like one, like just like these main things like Amazon, Apple, and like you know what I'm saying? Like there's like there's not gonna be multiple people running it. It's gonna be like these like and then like who knows? It could be all one thing one day. You never know. And then it's gonna you know what I mean? I think people are scared of things like that too. You know what I mean? Like being run by like all the one big huge like king company that like owns everybody. You know what I mean?
I think that's gonna happen once we're all on spaceships.
Yeah,
trying to find new planets.
Yeah, that's how I feel about Amazon, bro. Because I was getting on airplanes. I was like, what does Amazon have to do with this flight I'm on? Like, there was like something about Amazon on like the book, the pamphlet. I was like, why is Amazon involved with the airline? I didn't get it. I just didn't understand. But I'm sure. I mean, yeah, I don't. I just. I'm like, I don't really understand.
They're just like, oh, Amazon, we sell things. What do they need on flights so we could sell them?
Right.
Dive
and
right in.
well, they're probably gonna be trying to make their own like fucking airline company or some shit soon.
Yeah, facts.
There should be I wonder if Tesla would make their own airline.
That would be cool.
That'd be kind of lit. All like electric like planes and shit.
Yeah, bro. We're flying. Oh, electric plane. Yo, okay. This is back to the UFO stuff you're talking about, but it's a good one. I think that if there is UFOs. Bro, I think that they use magnets.
Oh, bro, you know what? Why do you think that? Is there something that you watched or?
I haven't watched a lot of things, but I think that the only like gravity is constant and things bounce off each other like magnets push away and repel. So if you had a magnet on something that was pushing hard enough to keep something floating.
Yeah, no. I was gonna say there was something I've watched. I don't know what show it was. It was back in the day. They were saying that's how they think. Like extraterrestrial like beings and shit. Like you like full time is like they think it's like a fucking this like huge magnet that's just like so if you like look at time like how you fly it's like a grid. And then like the magnets are so strong it just like they push them together till there's like so much. Like energy between it and it's like as close as it can and it like folds the time in half so like they're like jumping time if that like,
makes sense.
So it's like making time like collapse and they're just like moving forward in the grid like it's like
magnets.
You know what I mean? So it's like instead of traveling like thinking about traveling like moving like this you're like no I'm just gonna cut this space out if that makes any sense. Like
I totally got you. That's a complex quantum physics but
some quantum physics shit, bro. Like some shit, like nigga, I wouldn't know how to even like start. That was like as close as good as I'm gonna do is explaining it.
No, that sounded accurate. That sounded good.
But I remember the show. I was like, "This is crazy." Because they're showing like there's like somebody that was at the time doing. Because you know what's crazy with these scientists too? They need funding. It's like all like if you really want to do what you want to study, you have to be able to fund it somehow. Like it's not free, and someone has to be able to fund this shit. And like that's why a lot of things get swept under the rug, like for scientists, because they're like, we're not gonna give you money to fucking go research this shit. Like they only want to research like the important things or things that they think are important. So it's like science is like led by, at the end of the day, probably companies again, because it's all funded. You know what I mean? So whatever the man with the money thinks should be. You know what I mean?
You just opened up my mind crazy, bro.
Oh yeah. You know, I think that's a big part of it. I think I'm not 100%, but I think I heard that.
No,
I know I heard that, but
right.
I'm just saying I'm pretty sure I believe that. Like,
because on all scientific gear, there's a label's name, and that label is a company, and they want to sell, so they're selling a specific niche or item, which means that some of the info or knowledge is not getting passed across, right. Or if it is, it's being controlled in some form,
right? Like
it's sold to people.
Like all this shit that we're like, why haven't they found this? Why haven't they find that? It's because these scientists don't have money to go they don't have the funding behind them to do that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, but like the things that get approved are like things that are more like in like favor of or what people think are the most important. Whoever the people are.
Yeah, and that is being funneled.
Yeah.
In
Hold on, I'm gonna take a snap real quick. Hold on.
Damn, this is fun.
Yeah, bro, it's sick. I love doing this shit. We can talk a little bit more. I don't know how. Oh, they're cutting.
That's cool. I want to ask you questions.
Yeah, we can do that. I'm just gonna take this. Well, you smoke? You can take a hit too.
Cool.
Hold on, let me bring this just over there.
Yeah, like, all right, so you be thinking about all this. I like your thinking because you like say things that makes me think about it in a left field perspective. And
like a crate, like what the fuck?
We need those minds, bro. Like,
right.
as everything moves forward, like, I appreciate your intellect because we need those types of thinkers to like develop new schemas and new fragments to everything that's going on, and then that'll allow people to have an infinite realm of new ideas and new creation. Yeah, man. Always.
Bro, I want to know why it's doing this. I don't really understand.
It's cool.
Yeah, we'll be alright.
Like very intricate, man. And I think that you're the type, you gotta go study aliens, bro. If we meet aliens, you gotta talk to them, bro.
Look, if I could ever get to a point where I could just go do that shit, I would go do some shit like that. Just fuck it. If I like got, that's what the boy from but I'm not saying, but the homie from Blink-182, Tom DeLonge. I don't know if you're in a Blink-182, but
they go hard.
You know who Tom? Yeah, you know which one Tom is, right? I guess he's the one that's like, the song that's like, don't waste your time on me. Oh. Yeah. You know the one the part where it's like, where are you? I'm so sorry. Yes. That dude, I guess he was in Aliens, like he always talked about that shit. And then I guess he fucking he quit music. He started a new band called Angels and Airwaves, and then he quit that, and then like he's just like full-time fucking alien hunter, like fucking trying to like gather information, bro.
Interesting.
Yeah, and he's like very super serious about that shit. I watched a podcast about like It was Travis Barker on it, and he like talked about it. I was like, that's pretty interesting.
That's G.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's so many cool thinkers, and one day, it's the thing. Okay, an Uber driver on the way to LA told me this.
Yeah.
As I'm getting out of the car, he goes, "Bro."
In Portland?
Yeah. Crazy thinkers in Portland in general. But the dude's like...
Thanks.
The dude's like, yo, like, why are we tripping over basic human rights? Like, aliens would land here and be like, yo, they're all humans.
The aliens are going to get back, throw them all away, nigga.
Yeah, He's like, they would just be like, they're all humans to us. There's no difference.
Yeah, right.
And I think that that's super powerful. Like I don't know, like I like listening. I like listening to people and hearing people's experience because it is true. We're all humans.
Yeah, and we all have our own true experience.
Yeah, facts.
You know what I mean? Like, what I've lived is and I've seen is my truth. You know what I'm saying? Same with you, same with the next person. You know
Exactly.
What I'm saying? Everybody has their own, like, truth and knowledge, I believe.
Yeah, definitely. And all that stuff resonates with people once it's articulated. That's cool.
Yeah, that's what I definitely feel that, man. Also too, like that's like that kind of goes into like everybody's like their own god. Like you are your own.
Dude,
you know what I mean?
That's a crazy concept too. The fact that I've been reading about things.
Yeah.
Quantum physics that like everything's connected in weird ways, and we all know that. But I think once you look for the connections in the ways you wouldn't expect, that's when you start seeing it.
Yeah.
But also the fact that Jesus himself as a person was crucified because it seems like he believed and there's religions everywhere, so I'm not necessarily religious, no labels, and everyone can think whatever they want. Right. But I think that he was hung because of the fact that he understood that the government or whatever people were here previous are using our myths and values against us to either control people who will take the simple and the easy over the people who will be more sustainable, self-sufficient, and open-minded, taking their own route. And I think that he was hung for realizing that God isn't an idea that created us. We're the idea that created God.
Right.
But the power that's bigger than us is still out there, but our idea of it is what's being used against us.
Yeah, okay. That's interesting. I like that. That's tight. That was tight. That was sick.
That's about it.
Yeah. Fuck. What the fuck was I gonna say? Yeah, no, I agree with that. Interesting. What the fuck was I gonna say, man? Somebody said God was just like what if it was just a motherfucker that was like Chris Angel, nigga, knew magic tricks? You know what I'm saying? Just a happy, nice motherfucker that knew some sick magic tricks, nigga. Spreading posy shit and just doing magic, nigga. And they're like, you're God. You know
that's probably what it was,
that's
bro.
That's what I'm saying.
It was Chris Angel back in the day.
Yeah, it was Chris Angel, a brown Chris Angel.
Because
Jesus isn't white.
He realized he was the main character on Earth, and he tried to put everybody on.
He realized he was the main character. All right, ooh, we have that little. Maybe we'll put that little beginning part in. It was riding a little bit. Oh wait, I deleted it. But how long have we been doing this? I damn it, kept track.
You got me.
Probably about 9-10. I think we started. What else was I gonna say? Oh, I was gonna say, bro. Oh, you good? I just gave you the new weed. You're the first one I think that tried it.
I'm weak, bro. This shit's smacking.
I gave you a little snap of the new weed. I haven't even tried it yet. That shit look crazy though.
Good shit.
What was I gonna say here? I'm about to look something up. Because I wanted to say we should maybe play. I want you to tell how'd you get into making music. Actually, that's what I want to know.
Damn. Okay, so I was out in Vermont in the middle of bumfuck nowhere, 17, bored, skating, just doing school, and I was already into music. But then like my brother sent all this gear down. He sent a Focusrite, a mic, a Samsung or a Samsung stand, and I didn't know how to record. I didn't know anything. Looked up some things on YouTube, but if Gavin didn't push me, I don't think I'd be making music. Like, I definitely love art and all that, but he was just like, bro, like, this shit dope. And when I first made my first tracks, I'm like, y'all just
who's Gavin?
Me.
Who's Gavin?
Gavin's my older brother. Original audio engineer.
Oh shit!
And the reason I'm rapping in general. So shout out the boy.
Okay, I was like, who's this Gavin character? It sounds like he did it for you. Like,
For sure,
I'm
man.
about to do this.
He's a huge inspiration. This kid definitely is he's just in the shadow. He's different with it.
Yeah.
Like the reason he did music is because he fell skiing and got this like bad head injury, like Lincolned on like a 40-foot jump and like landed on his side.
Damn.
Couldn't ski really anymore. Couldn't mountain bike, and so he just started messing around with Ableton, and he went from like, bro, he's like a genius, bro.
That's right.
Like after hitting his head, so that was just a weird
So
story.
does he mix all your stuff for you?
In the past, yes, he mixed all my stuff, mastered everything, made most of my beats.
So how long have you made music again? I'm sorry, I kind of cut you.
Since I was 17, and I'm now 22.
Okay, yeah, okay.
So since 2017.
Sick, man. Yeah, I wanna have everybody here listen to it for sure. I have his song currently on the playlist, and it's It's April 26th today, I think. Yeah, it's April 26th today. It's on the podcast today. I'm about to update it tomorrow though, so it's gonna be. I'll probably put this up tomorrow too, so maybe I'll wait. But I'll put another one of his songs on the updated playlist as well. He has some sick shit.
Good shit. G Swan, by the way, that's G Swan 28.
G Swan, yeah, hell yeah, man. But yeah, I think we're gonna wrap this thing down. I think we had a good little chunk.
Yeah, definitely. 200%, man. You got me thinking about so many things differently.
Hell yeah, dude. All right, thanks for doing this shit, man.
Hell yeah.
And guys, everybody, fucking come to the next Catacomb show in LA. It's gonna be fire. We're gonna do it soon, and we'll have more information.
Yeah, be there, be square. Let's go.
Sick, dude.
Hell yeah,
Appreciate it, bro.
This up is stuck.